Rapid Strike Inteleon VMAX just won the North American International Championships. Roll the intro. What is going on, everybody? Hitmonchanning here, back again with another Pokemon trading card game online deck tech, and you can actually see me today. Who would have thunk it? But today, it's more about the deck than me. Cyrus Davis just won the North American International Championships with Inteleon VMAX Rapid Strike Urshifu. Who would have thought, honestly, that this deck could make it this far and actually win an international championship, especially in this meta? But you know what? I've been a believer of Rapid Strike box for a long time, so I'm very excited to cover it today. I'm going to show the deck list on screen right now, and I'm just going to kind of skim over it and look at the important cards. Obviously, we have a 3-3 line of Inteleon and Inteleon VMAX with that double gunner ability, which lets you discard a water energy from your hand and put 2 damage counters on 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So it's like a half Meowscarada. Or like a double Meowscarada, depending on how you look at it. We are rocking a 2-2 line of Octillery with Rapid Strike Search, so we can search our deck for any Rapid Strike card, as well as a 2-2 line of Urshifu VMAX, so we can Gmax Rapid Flow our way to victory. Now we also have one Lumineon V to search some supporters, one Medicham V to search, or to use that Yoga Loop, not to search, and we have one Radiant Alakazam to move some damage counters around. In terms of trainers, I'm just going to go over what's kind of interesting here. Obviously, we have a Head View Ball, which is really good. We're rocking 3 Ionos in this deck, so we really are trying to disrupt our opponent's hand. We have one Claw, so we can get our energies back and our Pokemon back into our hand, because, you know, that's what we're going to need them more often than not. We have some energy retrievals. We got a Cheryl, so we can heal our Inteleon VMAXs. And one of the most interesting parts of this deck is the 3 Forest Seal Stones. We're starting to see this a lot more in Pokemon V-based decks, especially decks like Mew VMAX, where you just have a bunch of Forest Seal Stones because they let you search out any card you want. And when you hit them consistently, it can really be a game changer. We're also rocking 3 Battle VIP passes, as well as 2 Irida to search them out. We have an Energy Search, which is pretty unique for this deck, but makes a lot of sense when you think about it. And we also have an Echoing Horn, which is one of my favorite tech cards in the Rapid Strike box, because it just makes winning games so much easier. You just put back Lumineon, and then you can do double gunner, rapid flow, goodbye. This is awesome. That's basically the gist of it. We have some Melanies in here. We got a Karina's Focus to help us fill our hand, and we can grab it off Octillery. An Escape Rope, some Nest Balls, some Ultra Balls, you know, your usual stuff. And in terms of energy, we're rocking 4 Rapid Strike energy, 6 Water energy, and that's the list. It's pretty cool. You can see the full list on screen right now, but I'm more excited to hop into some games and get some dubs with Rapid Strike Inteleon VMAX. We get to call it coin flip. Tails never fails, is what I always say, and we are going to get heads. So our opponent's going to get to choose to go first or second here. You can go first or second either way with this deck. Not the worst idea to go second because you have that Irida for the super strong setup. But going first, you know, is still good because you can get your guys set up quickly and efficiently. So we would have had a solid hand because this Force Seal. If we had a basic Pokemon V, we would have been like chilling if we had this hand because we just get VIP and Bing Bang Boom Bob's your uncle. But we didn't have that starting hand, and we have a starting hand like this, which isn't actually too terrible either, because Lumineon gets us Irida. Irida gets us a Pokemon plus VIP, and we just go crazy from there. But our opponent's going to start off with a Radiant Greninja, so this could be a Miraidon deck. Some Miraidon decks are playing Radiant Greninja. It could be a Lost Zone deck. Lost Zone decks are a pretty decent matchup for us. It looks, oh, it's going to be Gardevoir. I mean, Gardevoir is possible too. The thing is, you just don't want to use Inteleon or Urshifu VMAX. They're going to conceal the cards here and start getting their bench set up. They're going to go into Mew and start trying to find their VIPs, their rare candies. They're getting Manaphy down, which isn't the worst thing in the world for us. We just need to be pretty weary of Cresselia because we want to format our quick shootings, our double gunners in a way that will not allow them to use Cresselia until we take a couple knockouts, because then we need to try and get ahead. They're getting a Rolled Down, which makes sense. This is the pretty, standard setup, but we don't want to move that damage with Cresselia. So another Inteleon V is awesome here. We'll Nest Ball and grab ourselves probably Alakazam. We have a Irida in here. We have our VIPs. We prized an Iono. We prized what's it called? We prized 2 Tower of Waters. Prized a Rapid Strike Energy and 2 Water Energies, or 1 Water Energy. Sorry. So we prized a good chunk of stuff. Everything else looks to be pretty fine, though. We also prized an Urshifu V. So we'll do that, and then we can Lumineon here for a Irida. And our good pal Irida will get us Octillery and a VIP. And see, this is why going second you can just be so powerful, because now VIP is going to get us Remoraid, and we could actually go for 2 Remoraids if we want to be safe here, which might be the play. Yeah, I definitely think 2 Remoraids might be the best idea here. I don't think this Inteleon will get knocked out, so I want to get 2 Remoraids to be safe. We can attach this here. We can try and go for a Karina next turn. Yeah, we'll attach this here, and we'll just end the turn. So yeah, we're in a pretty good spot setup wise. I mean, 2 Inteleons, we'd like to have 3 in this matchup would be really good, because double gunners can just knock out Ralts left, right, and center. They're gonna Mysterious Tail and grab themselves an Ultra Ball. Probably gonna go for a concealed cards next. That'd be my guess. They do have a level ball, so they can grab themselves their first Kirlia. Probably gonna get all their Kirlias out this turn, which is why if you go first with this deck, especially in this matchup, you're going to be off to the races. You can quickly double gunner a bunch of stuff, knock out some of their low HP Ralts really easily, and even Manaphy's and stuff pretty simply. Now, I'm gonna Octillery here. The thing is I want to decently, I want to have enough cards to draw off of Karina. We can play 2 cards in our hand, but no guarantees after that. Ideally, a Water Energy would actually be decent, because we can start using double gunner. Or even if we got the evolution, if we got one of the 2 pieces we need, which is the evolution or the Karina, we would be in a decent spot, I would say. But now they're going to get their other Kirlia down. They're going to start drawing some more cards. But that's okay, because honestly, we just kind of want to start targeting. We want to get their Manaphy, maybe start getting their Mew. But the Mew can wait. We don't need to get the Mew right now. Having it on the bench for a long period of time is really good. If we can keep that Mew here, we really want to start pinging their Gardevoir, or their Ralts, their Kirlias, their Manaphy. That is the ideal way to approach this matchup. They're getting rid of an Iono. They're going to draw some more cards here. Curious if they're going to play an Iono for their supporter for turn, maybe. If we look at what they've played, VIPs, they haven't played a supporter yet. Can get a Fog Crystal for an energy, draw some more cards with Radiant Greninja here. That's why Gardevoir is so good, because you can just draw an infinite amount of cards. Always, all the time, cards. I'm going to attach to that Kirlia, which means that's the one we're going to start targeting down. And probably just going to get pass here from them. They are going to Iono us, which honestly, not mad at all. We have our other Octillery in there that we can get potentially. So yeah, this is a way better hand than what we had before. Not mad at this at all. We can even use Melanie here to make some things happen. So we're definitely going to Energy Search, grab an Energy, shuffle up the deck a little bit. And now I'm kind of debating how I want to approach this. I think I'm going to get rid of this Inteleon and this Water Energy right now. I want to grab an Octillery, and I want to Rapid Strike Search for the VMAX. I think that's my main play. So we'll Rapid Strike Search, and we'll find Inteleon VMAX. And we will, first and foremost, go for a double gunner. Get rid of that Water Energy. We'll put 20 on Manaphy, 20 on this Kirlia. We can attach this here and go for a Melanie. We'll start prepping our other Inteleon V, hopefully find the other VMAX here. We do find it in this 4 Seal Stone, which is good. Definitely good. So we'll attach this guy to Lumineon. Doesn't matter. We can play Star Alchemy and grab our other Inteleon VMAX. And now we are going to double gunner here. Once more, we'll put on the Manaphy, and we'll put on the, we can get it on this Kirlia, I think. Would be good. Put it on, I guess that Kirlia doesn't really matter right now. I guess we'll put it on that Kirlia. And now I don't want to do too much else. I think I don't even want to take a KO here. That's the thing. I really don't want to take a KO because then Cresselia comes down. So kind of just want to pass, to be honest, which is a pretty shitty feeling. Yeah, I just want to pass here. I don't know if that was the right move, but the thing is I don't want that Cresselia to come down and just immediately get rid of all of our damage. I want to drag it out a little bit. I want to abuse those damage counters as much as I can, and I want to see kind of where this goes. We have a good setup for next turn. Here's Gardevoir, that's fine. They have a good chunk of energy. They have 3 energy in the discard. They have more they can refine. That's the 4th energy. Because in forcing them to abuse these damage counters, like Rare Candy isn't a problem anymore. Super Rod, really not an issue right now. They have no Pokemon in the discard. Or they have one Curl, yeah, they have some energy. I don't need those back yet though. I want to abuse these damage counters like as much as possible. I don't want to give them access to Reversal. I don't want to give them access to Cresselia. Here's a Gardevoir coming out from them, and they're going to Shining Arcana, getting more cards. Ideally, if we could find an Iono, that would be good. But right now, our hand is actually looking pretty decent because we can Tower of Waters, we can Rapid Strike Search, we can find ourselves that Karina, draw some cards, hopefully find more water energy. We have 2 in the discard, we have 2 in play, so we have 2 left in deck. Yeah, see, they don't need Rare Candies now. So this is like the kind of dilemma. We want to have them abuse their damage counters. Yeah, you got that Temple of Sinnoh, that's fine. We got Tower of Waters right in hand, so that's easy, an easy card to play down. We're just gonna see kind of where this goes here. Curious, I haven't played this match, but I don't have a whole lot of experience with Inteleon VMAX, with this list specifically anyway. I played a different list a while ago when Scarlet and Violet base came out. So this is gonna be a very interesting game to play, I think, and you know, nice to learn the matchup. So a Psychic Embrace is gonna come out, and why that's so strong is perfect. You put damage on the Mew, that means we need 1 less Double Gunner to be effective. You're putting damage on the Gardevoir, that's perfectly fine with me. I want that to happen. I want to be able to take a bunch of knockouts at once. They're just loading up that Gardevoir. I don't know if they can actually take a 1-hit KO this turn. I don't think it's possible. They have another Fog Crystal, so they have another energy that they can have access to. I think they need like, how many do they need? Doing 30. They need 9 energy, I think, on this Gardevoir, which I don't know if they can get right now. Yeah, they need 9, I believe. My math is right. They need 9 energy. So we'll see what they do here. If we can find an Escape Rope or something, that would be decent. We're just going to have to wait and see. There's another Psychic Embrace coming out from our opponent. That's 6 energy. And they're going to be doing, I think, 200 and... what? 260 damage? I don't remember. We'll find out. We'll find out. That's all the energies they have access to right now. But yeah, we can easily get the Gardevoir out of here, get that Manaphy out of here. We know they have a Super Rod in hand though, so I don't know if it's the right idea to target down Manaphy. Could just try and manipulate the other damage counters around a little bit more, thanks to Radiant Alakazam, which is really strong. So I want to see what they do here. We also do have the potential of a Cheryl play. Potentials in if we top deck it. But they're actually going to boss up the Lumineon here. Very interesting. So yeah, they're doing 240. They're getting rid of Lumineon, which honestly, I'm not that mad at because now they don't have access to Reversal Energy. So that's actually not the worst thing in the world. Bring up our Inteleon, as always. It is our turn, so we're going to see what we can do here. We get another Octillery, which is good for thinning, because now we can put that down. We can Rapid Strike Surge. We can grab Karina. And with Karina, we're going to be able to draw some cards and see what we find here. So we get an energy. We actually get a decent amount of things that we can use. So first things first, we don't have Forest Seal access, so we can just quite literally burn that. What other Pokemon are in here? We have Medicham. We can go for a Yoga Loop play here, which might actually be the motive. So we'll grab Medicham right now. Yeah, Yoga Loop I think is the play. So we'll go for a Double Gunner here. We can put it on, like, I think I want to Yoga Loop the active. I think that's my play. However, we can get this Curlia gone pretty much next turn, potentially. But I'm definitely going to Yoga Loop the active. So what I want to do here, put these on Mew. We can move this damage from move from Gardevoir, actually. Actually, we can't because we selected this Manaphy. Now that's fine. We can move it to this Gardevoir in the active. attach this energy here. Go for this free retreat. And it's time for Yoga Loop play, so we can begin to take down our opponent's board. We need to find another energy though for double gunner or something to help us. Iono is perfect in this situation. Iono is absolutely perfect. They're gonna bring up Mew. It is gonna go back to our turn. We're gonna see. So this is what I would do. I want to Rapid Strike Search here. I want to grab ourselves. We can Echoing Horn something. But do we want to Echoing Horn or Ralts? I don't think we do. So we don't want to grab Echoing Horn. We'd probably rather grab. We don't need Rapid Strike Energy right now. We'd probably rather grab just like this Urshifu and just Ultra Ball it away. Get something else, put it at the bottom of the deck. Use Iono to its maximum potential. So we'll put this Urshifu at the bottom of the deck with Iono. Reduce their hand size massively. And we literally just need to find something to knock out. And that's exactly what we needed. We needed this energy retrieval here. So we can get some energies back. And what I want to do is, like, okay, so we have access to 2 double gunners. I'll use this heavy ball. I'll grab this Urshifu, that's fine. Clara, it would be a great card to get off the prizes here, but we have Irida for next turn, so I'm not super worried. So what I would like to do here is go for a double gunner. Put 1 or 2 and 2. We can go for, yeah, we got a lot of knockouts happening here. We can go for another double gunner, right? Go for another double gunner. We put, oh, I misplayed that slightly. No, actually I didn't. We go 2 and we put 2 on the Manaphy. Yeah, they're just gonna concede. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I wanted to basically take 3 knockouts there, which I would have been able to do. So that is the power of Inteleon VMAX against Gardevoir. You just cripple their board state. I think we played that really well, and then they can't do anything after. So yeah. Our opponent is calling the coin flip here. Tails never fails, is what I always say. And looks like they called heads, and they're gonna flip, and it's gonna be tails. So we're actually going to elect to go first here. Going second, not as bad, because you can Irida, get VIP pass, and all that junk. But hey, going first is good because you really want to get your evolution Pokemon set up. This would have been a really solid hand actually if we had a basic Pokemon. Unfortunately, no basic, so we're gonna have to mulligan this away. But honestly, if you get like a Pokemon V and a 4 Sealstone, you just boom VIP, you're good to go kind of thing. So this deck, one of the things I've noticed of this actual list is one, no Mew counters. There's no Drapion, there's no Spiritomb, there's nothing to counter Mew in here. And Mew is typically a tough matchup. And the second thing I've noticed is that sometimes you get really, really like bricky hands. Like even this, for example, isn't a fantastic hand by any means. But you gotta, you know, make lemons from lemonade, as they say. But at least we can go for an Ultra Ball, grab Lumineon later on, and then we can go from there. We're gonna play this energy search. We can look through the deck and see what we're working with. Also, obviously depends what we're going up against right now. So I'm curious to kind of see where the future takes us with this deck. We might be getting rid of Echoing Horn. We're playing against an Arceus deck, so Urshifus are very important here. We get a water energy, which is actually pretty good. So I want energy search, definitely grabbing the water. We are prized Inteleon V. We have Lumineon, which is good. Urshifu. We have 1 Remoraid prized. We've prized a Research. We've prized an Iono. So we've prized a good chunk of cards. We've prized 2 Rapid Strike energies as well. So this might be a bit tough. So I think how I want to do this here is, like, I don't exactly want to Ultra Ball just yet. Granted, we can. It's probably better to just play it safe. So my play so far, we'll do this. We'll grab the Lumineon. We won't play it, we'll grab it. Then we will energy retrieval. And we'll get these energies right back into our hand. And just attach and pass. I want to get an Urshifu V down, but with the way our hand is, we have no way to use it. So next turn we'll get that Urshifu V on the bench, We'll play Lumineon, we'll probably just get a research everything away. However, if this is Arcdura, which it is, you really want that Echoing Horn in here because you can Echoing Horn and Arceus V back onto the board and just target that down. No double turbo energy from them is really, really good. I'm actually very happy about that. And they're just going to pass it on over to us. So this isn't actually the worst thing. Do top deck the Irida, which I think is a better play for now. Yeah, so what I think I want to do is we'll go for the Irida. We can grab Remoraid, and we can get a Nest Ball and just grab an Urshifu, which I think is the correct play here because we have that Lumineon for after. So we'll grab the Urshifu V. Now, unfortunately, we can't use a double gunner here, but G-Max Spiral is fine. And this is actually okay, too, that we have 2 waters on this Inteleon, because, yeah, we'll do extra damage. Next turn, this Arceus V is getting knocked out, even if they evolve it into Arceus VSTAR. And we can't attack Duraludon VMAX if we're using Rapid Strike Energy. So the key here is going to be to basically allow... what was the word I'm looking for? The key here is to kind of target down the non-Duraludon Pokemon. We got that first attack off. They didn't get a first turn energy acceleration, so this was actually really good for us here. Now, they have Adventurous Discovery, so they're going to be able to evolve their other Pokemon V on the bench and probably get like an Umbreon V down as well. We're going to have to see what they do here, though. This is going to be tricky if we want to actually knock out their Arceus V. My preferred play would be to actually go for a rapid flow here. We could double gunner away this energy and we could rapid flow and poke what's it called? We can poke the Arceus on the bench and knock out the active Arceus. That would be my main idea. Also, Umbreon coming down is good for us too because Umbreon is very easy to hit. It doesn't have that one-hit KO potential. None of the Pokemon do in this deck, which is why that this is actually a pretty decent matchup. But we definitely need to wait and see what kind of card we draw off the top, because do I really want to risk missing an attack by going for a double gunner Lumineon Melanie here? I don't know if I want to do that, so it really depends on what we get. They have that Choice Belt coming out on Duraludon, so they're going to be able to start two-shotting, well, our Pokemon. They could two-shot anyway, but, you know, Choice Belt makes it a little bit more scary, which means we're going to want to try and find ourselves and, we're going to want to try and find ourselves a Cheryl if we can. And I don't know if Lumineon for Cheryl is going to be the best play, but it's something we might have to do. If we can get Octillery somehow off the top, I'm kind of fine doing that, but I'd rather not, honestly. I'd really rather not. So we're going to see what exactly we can do here. We get another Urshifu, which is not what I want. So we're going to go for a Lumineon, and we're going to take a peek at what's in the deck, because we have the Cheryl, we also have the Melanie. The thing is we need to basically draw into either... We need to draw into Octillery and a Forest Seal or Tower of Waters or Rapid Strike Energy. That's how we need to get this done. Which is going to be tough off of only 3 cards. So maybe the best play is just to go for a big research here. That could be it, honestly. We might just have to go for the research, let this Inteleon go down. I'm thinking that's what we're going to have to do. Unfortunately, so we'll attach this here. We'll go here. They have enough Pokemon, I think, on the bench, and we'll just go for the research here. And we are able to get another Inteleon on the bench. We have Iono for after, so I'm thinking right now the best play is we just G-Max Spiral here. And we'll do extra damage, put that energy back in the hand. We can double gunner it next turn, and then hopefully go for some rapid flow plays after we take our prizes. They're very likely taking a knockout here. Tower of Waters and Rapid Strike Energy. Very good prizes that we need to get. So I'm not too mad about that. This Duraludon is going to be tough though, but if we can force our opponent to let us attack one of the, what's it called? If we can force our opponent to, you know, give up those 2 Pokemon on the bench and they don't find a Volo, we'll be fine. There's G-Max Pulverization for 270 damage. Thankfully, still can't knock out any Pokemon V, but, you know, it gets a little bit scary if they get close like that. They can attach another Single Strike Energy and they can be really close to knocking out Pokemon V. So I'm debating how we want to do this here. We can go for a Rapid Flow play. That is a possibility. However, if they find a Volo, then we're kind of screwed. we would basically like need to guarantee ourselves Cheryl for the next turn, which might not be the worst idea. So we're gonna see what we top deck here. Tower Waters is fine. So this is what I want to do. I definitely want to evolve here. Oh, we need to find Melanie though. We don't have the Melanie to go for the Rapid Flow play. That's the hard part. So we'll put Tower of Waters down. We need to find Escape Rope basically, and I think we have a decent shot of doing so because this Duraludon can't be dealt with right now. So I'm thinking we go for the double gunner play and put that there. We can attach this, and we just want to go for the Iono and hope we find an Escape Rope basically. I think we can do it. We have a decent shot of getting stuff. We didn't find it just yet, but that's okay. We got another Iono here. We can put down Alakazam, move some damage from this Arceus VSTAR onto Umbreon. We didn't quite get what we need here. I think we definitely want to... I don't think Gmax Spiral will work. This is 0 to 140. Will it work? Let's find out. I don't even know. We're gonna experiment today. With extra damage, yes. I don't think that should work. We'll take it, I guess. I don't think that should work though. I think the actual ruling is that Gmax Spiral shouldn't be able to activate. Now, if I knew that worked, we literally could have moved energy with Painful Spoons, moved damage with Painful Spoons, and won the game basically next turn, which would have been pretty funny. But yeah, that's not supposed to work at all. So the Gmax pulverization for 270. I don't them to a low card hand, so I don't think they have a boss, which is good. We have Ultra Ball as well, which could be decent, but I think I like everything in the hand right now. Do I want to Iono them again though? Don't think so. So you know what? This is what we'll do. We'll get rid of Iono and Medicham. We will grab our Octillery. Grab this Octillery. And I think we go for a double gunner here. We put some damage around. And we'll go for this Octillery. We will try and grab ourselves the Karina's Focus. And yeah, now I'm curious how we're gonna do this. I think we attach to Inteleon no matter what, and then we just Karina's here. We do find the Cheryl for next turn, which is awesome. We can play the Nest Ball, grab ourselves another Inteleon V, which is good. We can Painful Spoons, move some damage. We'll move from this Arceus over to Inteleon. We can move... If we do 140, yeah, we don't quite get it, so we'll just retreat into Urshifu right here. If they have the boss, that's fine. But I think basically all I want to do here is just pass the turn. Now, if we found Melanie, we could also do a bunch of damage based off of how PTCGL is calculating it. Because what we can do is we can... How do I word this? We can Rapid Flow and we can actually knock out Duraludon because PTCGL sees it as discarding the energy first. But I just want you all to know, this isn't supposed to... It's not supposed to work with Skyscraper. You're not supposed to be able to attack with this Rapid Flow energy when you remove it. They're going to go for an Ultra Ball here. Do they have the Lumineon in deck? They do have the Lumineon, so they have the game here, which is unfortunate for us. We didn't quite get what we needed when we needed it, but definitely a decent game showcasing the deck nonetheless. Oh, they're going to grab just a Research. What? Do they not have bosses in deck? They don't not play bosses? Okay, never mind. Never mind, we're still in it. We are still in the game. I want them to hit this Urshifu so badly. Please hit this Urshifu. Oh, but if they find Umbreon, that's the key. If they find Umbreon VMAX, then they have it. Never mind, but I don't know if they found it. Umbreon V coming down. Yeah, they didn't find it. Okay, that's so interesting. So now we're in a really decent spot, actually, because we can just boop, Cheryl. And they can't do much about that. And we can evolve this guy here. And now the best way of playing this hand, I think, is we go for the double gunner. And we put 20, and we can even, they got rid of the Volo, so we can even start prepping this, what's it called? We can start prepping that Lumineon. And we can move some damage from this Umbreon to the Duraludon. And we can retreat into this Inteleon VMAX. Attach that energy. Go Rapid Strike Search, just look for something we can grab. Might as well just grab a Tower of Waters, or even Rapid Strike Energy is not the worst thing to grab at this point. I think Tower of Waters is probably better though if they get the Stadium bump, just so we can be safe. And then we'll G-Max Spiral, and we'll do 140 damage. And I think we're just shy of that knockout. Yeah, so we can knock this guy out next turn, move some damage, and then we can kind of set up a checkmate play, depending on what they draw. But that was a really weird... I don't know Arc Dura Umbreon very well, so I don't know if they play Boss's Orders or not. But I found that a very weird sequencing choice. Like, why not just find the boss and win the game, or why try and find the Umbreon? Maybe they didn't see it. It's possible, but I think we kind of have a game in the bag because of that Cheryl now. They got rid of their Volo. There's no way for them to get this Duraludon VMAX out of play, so they can just attack with it, and, you know, Bob's your uncle. We can move damage, take it out, see what we get off the prizes, and then from there we can just go a little cuckoo bananas, as they say, because basically all we would need to do is we could rapid flow that Umbreon V on the bench if they don't find it. We could try and Gale Thrust whatever they bring up. They're gonna retreat it, which is fine. Doesn't really do much. If they bring, okay, they're gonna bring up Arceus, which literally makes our job so much easier because, yeah, they truly Nova. Literally all we have to do is we retreat with Inteleon VMAX and we just Gale Thrust this Arceus and win the game. So, yeah, pretty good game, I would say. I think my opponent maybe misplayed or maybe just didn't have the best prizing structure. But yeah, this is all we have to do here. We can Painful Spoons, move 20 damage onto... We can even leave the 10 damage here. We just move it onto Duraludon. Goodbye, Duraludon. It was nice knowing you. We can take our 3 prize cards from the prizes. Yeah, getting another Rapid Strike Energy. We can attach this to Urshifu and retreat the fella. And bing, bang, boom. Gale Thrust for 300 damage for single attachment. Knocking out Arceus. Taking the final prize of the game and the win against Arc Dura Umbreon. So what did you think of the winning Inteleon VMAX deck? I absolutely love this deck. I think it is awesome. I haven't played against any Mew VMAXs with it, so I can't tell you how it does against Mew VMAX without Drapions, without Spiritombs. But hey, if Cyrus won NAIC with it, then they must have did just fine with it, trust me. So, yeah, very, very awesome deck. I do love it. I love the way that it plays. This deck is just so much fun. You can Yoga Loop, you can Double Gunner. This is, I think, the way that Rapid Strike was meant to shine. Inteleon VMAX never really got its time to shine, and I'm glad it is getting it now. So thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this list? Would you keep it? Would you change? What do you like and what do you dislike? And yeah, subscribe to the channel. I'm posting 2 new Pokemon trading card game videos every single week here on the Hitmonchanting channel, and like the video because it helps me out a lot. And just let me know if you enjoyed it. I'm trying out ways to constantly improve my content, to constantly innovate and evolve the way the Hitmonchanting channel brings you your Pokemon TCG content. So please let me know how you're feeling about the face cam, how you're liking this updated editing style with this and the tabletop videos. So please let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Hitmonchanting out.